Hey everybody, what's up and welcome to another Sims 4 house building video. In today's video I am building the house from the movie version of Call Me By Your Name. I'm super excited to share this house with you guys because this house, more than any other that I've built and put on my channel, it's very much outside of my comfort zone, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I usually only build, well not only, but I tend to prefer building more modern houses and more modern aesthetics, and I don't know, something this traditional is very much outside of my comfort zone, but I'm really proud of how this house turned out. So like I said, this is based on the movie version of Call Me By Your Name. There is a book version, but I haven't read it because I do not have the attention span for reading. But if you've seen the movie, you are probably quite familiar with this house. It is such a stunning house. The movie is set in northern Italy. I think it's northern Italy. I'm pretty sure it is. But in saying that, the architecture of northern Italy is so beautiful, so stunning. If you haven't seen the movie, I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, this house, I had a lot of fun building it. Basically, my plan this week was to build the house from Parasite, the movie, but I had to throw that out the window because I thought that I wouldn't have time for it, and I thought that this house might be, a bit quicker, a bit easier to build. I was very much wrong. This house took hours to build. I think in the end I had almost 5 hours of footage. Usually my houses come in around the 3-hour mark, and then like when I edit them down they come to maybe like a 20-minute speed build, but this house was a mammoth task. But in the end, I'm really proud of how it turned out. As you can see here, what I did was I basically made like, I'm going to say like custom, in air quotes, doors and windows to place all around the house, and I built them in like their own little rooms separate to the house, so I could just drag and drop them into position. Just so I didn't have to individually place all the like custom shutters and door surrounds and stuff. It's a really good idea. I did take it from someone else here on YouTube. I can't remember their name. I will put the link to the video down in the description, but it was basically just a building tutorial, but it was a really good tip, especially for a house like this that has a style that is kind of different to what The Sims supplies, if that makes sense. I feel like if I didn't make these doors and windows, the house wouldn't have looked as Italian as I wanted it to, if that makes sense. This video ended up being, even when I sped it up, the original footage came out at, I think, 48 minutes, which is just way too long. I don't know about you guys, but when I watch speed build videos, I tend to watch shorter ones. I really like videos that have like maximum a 30-minute video. So I really wanted to edit this down quite a bit and cut out a lot of the playing around that I did. Just because this house was quite ambitious for me, I did end up having to try a lot of things and delete a lot of stuff, and it just ended up being quite a intense build, if that makes sense. So I did cut out a lot of footage, and without screenshots or anything, I haven't taken screenshots yet, but as of recording this audio, it's already a 25-minute video, which is the longest video that I've ever done for my channel. But I didn't want to split it up into 2 parts or anything, just because, I don't know, I've never really been one to like when YouTubers do that, so I decided that I wouldn't do that. But I hope you guys are okay with a bit of a longer video. If you don't mind it, please do let me know. If you do mind it, let me know. I'm always looking for feedback on my videos, so if you have any, I'm more than happy to take anything into consideration. But yeah, moving on to the inside of the house, with this house, I was kind of lucky enough that I was able to find a lot of different screenshots and different reference photos and stuff. So this house does come together quite nicely, especially downstairs. I was basically able to get a reference image for every single room in the house. I think except for what I turned into a little reading room. It basically just has like 2 armchairs and a fireplace and I think an easel and a bookcase and stuff. But I was able to find a lot of reference photos for this house, which is really nice. I suppose the entire movie basically takes place within this house. But yeah, it's just usually when I'm building houses from reference like this or from movies or whatever, it's usually quite hard to find stuff. And I've actually gone back and, like with the WandaVision house and stuff, I actually went in and took my own screenshots. But this house, I wasn't able to find it online, like the movie. I was going to go back in and watch it before I built it, but it wasn't on Netflix, it wasn't on like Disney Plus or anything, so I was like, I'm not paying for it because I'm broke, I'm still a student. So I was basically relying on Google Images, and yeah, I was able to find a lot of references for this. Even stuff like, I found some pretty good floor plans that people did out of this house. Some illustrated versions, some like very technical drawings as well. So I was particularly downstairs, I must say. Upstairs I had to kind of make up, but yeah, I was pretty much able to get this house looking as close as possible to the movie. Obviously there's still limitations being The Sims, and I don't particularly like using custom content, just because if someone wants to download this house, I want them to be able to just, have The Sims, no extras needed. Well, that being said, I basically use every single pack that I have, but maybe I will do a custom content build down the line, but for now I just want to stick to what EA gives us. Usually what happens is I download custom content for like a week when I get bored of what EA has provided, and then they end up coming out with like a new expansion or something, so I get rid of all my CC, just because when it comes to like updating your game and it like deletes everything, I'm never bothered like going to find it again to like reinstall CC. But yeah, this house, I basically use, I think, every expansion pack, most of the game packs, and a few stuff packs. I don't have all of the stuff packs or game packs. I do not have the Star Wars one. I have no intention of getting the Star Wars one. I don't know why they released that. It's such a bad game. I've never seen anyone be like, oh my god, I love this. Obviously there are people who will be fans of it, hardcore Star Wars fans and everything, and some of the build stuff in it is kind of cool, but for me, I'm not a big fan of it. And I like Star Wars. I feel like I would be the target demographic, and I don't even like it. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the packs. I use most packs. I have all of the expansions and all but one game pack, but obviously that's not great for every player or everyone who wants to download this house. I am considering doing maybe a base game build or maybe like a limited pack build, just because, I don't know, I want people to be able to download the house no problem, because I know for myself, when I download something and I don't have all of the packs, and there's stuff that's used from packs that I don't have, it's really annoying to go in and have to replace stuff before you start playing or whatever. So I am definitely considering doing that in the future. Also, it's just kind of a different challenge for me. I'm kind of used to having a lot of stuff in the game, and especially for builds like this, when I'm working from a lot of reference photos and stuff, it's good to have a wide variety of objects that I can choose from. Because I did end up using a lot of, I think, Jungle Adventure. I used a lot of that in this house. I'm pretty sure that maybe not that wallpaper, but there is a wallpaper that I used, and stuff like the door surrounds, those little like brick outlines that I did, they basically all come from Jungle Adventure. So I think if you have Jungle Adventure and maybe University, I think that's where the windows came from, you should be able to download this house and have it look pretty close to what it does here. You might have to go in and like change some of the furniture or whatever, onto the kitchen here. I was pretty happy with how this kitchen turned out. The cabinets, I wish I could have made them look a bit better. They're not crazy close to what they look like in the movie, but they're okay. They get the job done. I feel like if I had the kit, the, what's it called, like country kitchen, I can't remember the exact name, but if I had that kit, I probably could have made this kitchen look a lot more accurate to the movie. But I don't know about you guys, I'm not a big fan of kits. I like the idea of them giving more options to people and having more content available to simmers, but I'm just really not a big fan of microtransactions in games, especially The Sims, when there's so much payable content already, or purchasable content, however you want to say it. There's so much of that already that I really don't think that we need more. And they're basically promising that like these packs or kits or whatever they're calling them are going to come out a lot more regularly. A lot more regular. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak. My brain is not working today. But they're going to be releasing a lot of those. And I know this is kind of old news now, but it's kind of the first time that I've talked about it on my channel. But yeah, I'm just really not a big fan of more microtransactions within the game. I don't know if that's like the right way of putting it, microtransactions, but that's what I would consider them, because you're not getting a huge amount of content, and it's something that you can purchase like basically from the home screen of the game. I don't know, I'm not really into it. Obviously there are people who are, and if I had the country kitchen, whatever it's called, pack, I could have made this house look better, but I'm just not willing to pay, for me, €5. I don't know what it's like in any other country or currencies, but €5 is a lot for basically like what, 10 items that some people are providing online for free. Like there's some crazy custom content creators out there who make full kitchen sets and full living room sets, bathroom sets, everything, and it's all like completely free online. I would have a lot more respect for EA if they release something like, sure, have purchasable kits or whatever, because there will be people that will buy them, and at the end of the day EA is a business. But if they brought out some amount of free content, I know we had the update recently where custom content creators were bringing some new things into the game, but even at that, I love the objects that they included, and I'm so glad that they're recognizing custom content creators, because they put so much into the game that it's really cool to have them recognized by EA. But I don't know, I just feel like they basically said, hey guys, do you want to put stuff in the game? And then told them, oh, you can't put a lot in, you basically have to choose one object. And the objects that they chose are really cool, but still so limited when they're the only thing new in the game. Am I making sense? I don't know if I am. My brain is all over the place today. I probably shouldn't be recording this today, but I haven't posted in a while and I really want to get this video up. So I'm basically recording this. Is today Monday? I think today's Monday. Recording this on Monday. I'm going to be posting it tonight. I'm going on complete tangents. Oh my god. But essentially, back to this build. I'm kind of just finishing up the downstairs area right now, and I think next I move on to this little side building. Well, it's more at the front of the building, but it's, if you've seen the movie, it's where the kind of iconic, pretty gross scene with the peach happens. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of gross, but that's where this happens. If you're not familiar with the movie, this probably sounds really weird, but there is a scene with a peach. If you're under 18, maybe don't watch this movie, because this scene is really weird. But this whole idea of having like this separate little building, I just really liked it. I really wanted to include it. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I kind of just turned it into a big storage area. But if you do download this house, which you can, my gallery ID will be in the description. all of my builds go up on the gallery, and if you want to play with any of them or renovate any of them, please do, feel free. But I feel like if you download this house in particular, this whole extra storage room, kind of garage area, whatever you want to call it, it could easily be renovated into like a granny flat or like a second apartment, or I don't know, I just feel like it holds a lot of potential for gameplay and stuff. I haven't played with this house yet, but I feel like it would lend itself very nicely to gameplay. The floor plan is pretty open, it's pretty square, if that makes sense, and I feel like more square houses generally are easier to play in, if that makes sense. But yeah, basically moving upstairs now in the build. I had to fiddle around with the floor plan quite a bit because I realised that the way these bedrooms in particular and this bathroom are laid out isn't entirely accurate to the film. So I did have to like readjust it. Basically, I didn't realise it, but the bedroom that Elio sleeps in the movie, he basically has to walk through a bathroom to get to it. And I never realised that while watching it, but it's kind of a weird feature. But it kind of just adds to the whole quirkiness of this house and the whole kind of, I don't know, very Italian version. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just feels like a very old, very nice house, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm really happy with this house as a whole. I really want to try something like this again, really building outside of my comfort zone. Because like I said, I tend to build a lot of very modern houses. But I do like to build a lot of things based on film or TV or whatever. And yeah, if you have any suggestions of houses that are more like this, more historically accurate or more in a particular style, like this Italian architecture style, if you have any suggestions of houses either based on images or film or TV, whatever, I love to do all this kind of stuff. So please do let me know, leave a comment. I do read all the comments. I don't get that many, but I do get some. So if you have any suggestions, please do let me know. Because I just had a lot of fun building this house. And I think in the end, it did turn out pretty good. Some of the things, like, I think I mentioned already, but upstairs, I didn't have a lot of reference pictures, even for the main bedroom, like, what's essentially Oliver's bedroom, like where he sleeps in the movie. A lot of the story does take place in the bedroom. Not a lot, but some of it. And I couldn't find a lot of imagery of it. But yeah, it was kind of hard to find a lot of screenshots or reference photos for upstairs. I think I mentioned this already, but this room and Oliver and Elio's bedrooms, I basically had some reference for, and the upstairs bathroom had a lot of really good reference photos, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I basically had to take complete creative liberty with Elio's parents' bedroom and that entire wing of the house. I end up putting in like an extra bathroom, kind of. It's not really a walk-in closet, but it's a closet that's off the bathroom. I imagine it would be like the parents' bedroom, or like their closet. But yeah, the floor plan is pretty weird, but I feel like it works in the sense that this is meant to be a very old house that a family is living in, if that makes sense. Like, it's very tailored to their needs, and I don't know, I just really like the way that this house turns out. I don't know why, but I don't know if I'd ever live in a house like this, just because I like new, I like clean. Oh, there's like a little sneak preview. Well, there is in my footage. I don't know, I've paused like 4 times while recording this, so I don't know if any of this audio is going to link up, but if you are at the same point of the video, you just saw a little sneak preview of the front of the house. Yeah, from here on out, the house more or less is just getting the finishing touches inside, like polishing off the Elio's parents' bedroom, as well as their little, I kind of turned it into a little painting art studio off of it. And then from there, I pretty much just move on to the outside. I really went to town with the landscaping on this house. Landscaping is something that I usually tend to avoid or try to push off as long as I can, just because I'm not great at landscaping. I don't know, I've never really been good at it, but with this house I really tried to put in the extra bit of effort and get it looking as lush and tropical as possible, because I don't know if tropical is the right word, but Italy has such beautiful landscapes, and this movie really highlights them. So I really wanted to try showcase that to the best of my ability. But like I said, my landscaping ability is quite limited. But I just tried to make it look really lush, really full, lots of trees everywhere, and I really went to town with what's it called? Terrain painting. It's something that I never really do. I tend to just put in like patios and driveways and stuff, but this house, I basically have like one continuous pathway that goes from the front gate to the back of the house pretty much. It's not entirely connected, but I just really like the way it turned out. It's a very kind of light path, if that makes sense. It's basically in the movie like pebbles and stones with like grass growing up through it. So I tried to replicate it as best I could, and I think it turns out really nice looking, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I'm just really, really proud of how this house turned out, just because initially, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing a big build by any means, because I was basically pushing off the Parasite house because it was going to be a mammoth of a task. But I kind of unintentionally made, I think, an even bigger build and more work for myself. But overall, I'm just so happy with how this turned out. I hope you guys think it looks half decent. Like I said though, if you do want to play with this house, it is up on my gallery. My gallery ID will be linked down below. It won't be linked, but I just put it there. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It is kind of wrapping up now. I think there's only 2 or 3 minutes left, and then I'll get into screenshots. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please do give it a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I love hearing feedback from you guys, and in the last couple of weeks my channel has reached, I think as of recording this, I'm at 25 subscribers, which I know isn't crazy, but it means a lot to me. Obviously it's not like crazy little Simsy numbers or anything, but all of the subscribers that I get, I am so grateful for every single one of you who do subscribe, and anyone who leaves comments, likes, anything like that. It just means a lot. It really encourages me to keep making content like this and keep building more and more houses. So I really hope that you guys like this video. And yeah, I think I might leave it there. I'm pretty much coming to the end of the build. I basically just finish off the pool and some more landscaping, and then I'll more or less get into screenshots. But yeah, like I said, if you like this, please stick around for more. I try to upload at least once a week. I haven't uploaded in I think about 10 days, so I haven't been great this week, but work was kind of chaotic all this week. But I'm trying to get back on schedule and hopefully have maybe a second build up this week, just because I have a bit more time on my hands. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but I really hope you did, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching.